find that link also on our Facebook page. So it's at the top of our Facebook page. You can follow that link right there, and it'll get you to that link. So lots of people still coming and going, so feel free to come on down. We'll put you on the radio if you want to come and talk to us.
Yeah,
so,
come on in.
Come on in and visit with us and tell us a little bit about your time as a Tiger. We're loving to hear these stories today about our former Tigers or any current Tigers that want to come down and talk to us too. We'd love to hear from you.
And that's not just football either. That's all of our
Tigers.
Caldwell County High School athletes.
Yeah, any Tiger that wants to come down here and talk to us. We'd be glad to hear from you. I want to say thank you so much from me and from all of us for the people who have already given. We really appreciate it from the bottoms of our heart. I'm humbled by the response that I've seen from the love and the pouring out for our kids and for just Caldwell County and Caldwell County Tigers. And I know the pride that I see in the people that have come in and the stories that they're telling and what they're saying really means a lot to them. And some of the stories have touched me so much, and some of the donations that have given maybe in memory or honor of somebody. So it's been an honor for me to be the one to hear some of those stories as well. So
we're still talking Tiger sports. Dennis Stevens is back with us, and Dennis, fingers crossed that next Friday night we've got a big football broadcast.
Man, we've been looking so forward to this all summer long. There were times you were thinking, oh, there's no way. I mean, when the governor said
for sure
no fans at the Kentucky Derby, I thought, well, that's setting up just perfect for him to say no football, no volleyball, no soccer. And then it kind of passed. I listened to the KHSAA conference that day when they voted, and I think it was like 16-2 in favor of playing. So people want to get back out there. There's a lot of reasons these kids want to be back out there, and they had some valid points with these kids being under the direction of the coaching staff in the schools, and a lot more safe doing that than just getting together in an open lot somewhere playing football or gathering up to play soccer at the fields and taking chances. So I think they made the right decision. You can always look back and say, oh, we told you were wrong. It's one of those things where you don't know if you're going to be right or wrong, but you feel like you've got a handle on things right now, and this is the best way forward, and I think they're doing a great job so far.
Yeah, everyone has been diligent so far. I think every place I've gone where somebody was practicing had my temperature taken, Everybody's making sure that everybody's okay before you get anywhere around the athletes and the coaches, so those are all good signs.
Well, they really had to change the way they do things, even just go to practice.
Yeah,
They can't run around the track without changing the way they run around the track. It's completely different, and I think the coaches have gone way above and beyond and looked up how to do things and changed their way. And coaches can be set in their ways, believe it or not.
No.
But they have
Are you
really,
serious?
yeah. But they've really, kudos to them. I mean, because they've worked so much harder than what they normally do.
Well, my crazy question of the day, if I haven't had enough of those already today.
I don't know.
When I was in school, and maybe I just misremember this, wasn't the average temperature 98.6 degrees?
Yes, it was, Todd. It was when I went to school.
Well, I've had my temperature taken a dozen times, and it's been 97-something, 98.0. I've never heard, not one person has had a temperature of 98.6. So was I told wrong? Has something changed?
Now, I don't
what's
think
going
mine's
on?
ever been 98.6 either. But, it's funny because I think that the temperature that's like okay, you can come in, you're good, is like 100.4. I think was what I was told at the bank. Like, you're okay.
That's our guidelines at work.
Yeah. So the 98.6 thing is really out.
Well, and when my kids were little, they explained that because their temperatures were always different, and then I was always worried one of them was getting sick or something, and the doctor explained that everybody's temperature is different, and a lot of people are 1 or 2 degrees different than the other. That everybody's normal can be different.
Well, I was worried a couple of times going to practice. You get out there and it's hot.
Temperature.
The sun's beating down on you. Your forehead's red because you've been outside for. I was afraid that would read hot. And so that alarms would go off when I had my temperature taken, and the COVID police would come and take me away or something. But No, it always was 97 something or 98.0. So.
Well, it
Good,
actually happened to CJ. He was standing in line to go in to do their thing at school the other day, and they were standing out in the sun, and it read just a little bit hot. And once he got out of the sun, they took it again, and he didn't have, it wasn't that way anymore. So it really can make a difference.
It does. We even had a coworker of mine get suggested that he turn his air conditioner off in his truck a little ways before he got to the check-in. Because he read 88. And I said, well, if that doesn't come up, you might want to circle around going back to the doctor. But that's a little bit low, but it can be affected by things like that.
I'm going to tell you what, this coming in the door right there is what Tiger Day is all about right there. Who we got, Heather?
Sigler boys? Good.
Who have we got over there?
Come here. Hey, tell her about your name.
My name's Jace.
Your
Jace
name's
what? You got a last name?
Sigler.
There you go.
My name is Tate Sigler. Is that on the radio?
Yeah, you're on the radio.
I think that
Hey,
have you
play
all
some sports?
I used to.
You did what?
I hit 4 home runs this year.
You hit 4
Wow.
home runs this year?
I used to. Wait, does it?
Are you playing football?
Yeah.
Is this your first year playing football?
Yeah. It's not my first year. I played flag football last year.
Yeah, but what kind of football are you playing this year?
Tackle.
Tackle football.
Ah.
What team you play for?
The Call County Tigers.
Call County Tigers. That's right.
I think you come from somebody that maybe somebody in your family's played a little football before, huh?
My brother Brandon, my Paul, and my dad has.
Who's your Paul?
Boxhead.
Who's your daddy? Garrick Sigler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just brought us a check. What's the business that your mom and dad own?
The Athletic Center.
The Athletic Center. That's right.
Well, thank you very much.
We thank you for bringing us this check. It's going to go to the high school athletes.
You're welcome.
Bless his heart. Thank you so
Tell
much.
Boxhead
guys.
hi for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
You tell that Sigler clan we said thank you very much.
Okay.
And we're glad that they sent you in. But that's what Tiger Day right there is all about, Todd.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's right.
We start Tigers young.
Well, you know what? I think we call them feeder programs is what we call them a lot of times. But that right there, that is what it is all about with the schools and whether it's football or baseball, Dennis, or golf. I think, you hit the course a little bit or tried to today. It's for kids just like that so that we have programs and to go back to again next year.
Well, and maybe there's a memory right there. In 40 years, somebody asks, what's your favorite memory? And they'll remember being on the radio station.
Hey, you got to announce his home run on the radio.
Yeah.
How about that? How many times can you say you announced your own home run on the radio? There's one of those right there. Who's that guy?
Caldwell County boys soccer coach Tanner Reed in the house with us. And, we talked with Rhett earlier today, so...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, he said good things about you. I don't...
Well, that's how our relationship works.
Oh, okay.
Again,
Thanks for coming down on short notice, Tanner.
Oh,
tonight,
glad to
too.
be here.
Yeah, that was really short notice, yeah.
Well, when you've known me as long as he has, he's got that direct streamline. He's probably known me longer than he cares to remember.
Picked up the bat phone. I've known this guy since he was about, 9 or 10 years old?
Yeah, around that age.
How long ago did you start kicking a soccer ball?
I think I first started playing is rec league. I was about 4 years old. And wasn't very good. I really wasn't very good whenever Dennis met me here. I had a local club that was run in Mayfield called JPFC. It was run by a lot of the mid-continent players, and their head, Joe Zakowicz, they saw me at a tournament, and I was just displeased because I was getting like the last 3 minutes of the game or the last 10 minutes of the game. I was not happy, and they took a chance on me and brought me to their club and started playing me in games, and I got a lot better just from playing, and my career just kind of took off after that, all because somebody took a chance on me when I was 11.
You got a few minutes to hang around with us?
Yeah, I don't have to do my master's course for another 30 or 40 minutes.
All right, we need to get to a break and play the news, but we'll be back and talk with Tanner Reed, Caldwell County boys soccer coach, right after this on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Appreciate you coming down.
Greatest comeback of all time, Tiger Day from YourSportsEdge.com at 1580, 103.3 WPKY. More than history, it's a legacy. Tiger Day on WPKY. 1580, 103.3 WPKY. Princeton.
News, I'm Rich Dennison. Former Vice President Joe Biden will head to Kenosha, Wisconsin tomorrow to meet with those affected by demonstrations sparked when an unarmed black man was shot and wounded by police during an arrest last week.
There's been overwhelming requests that I do come because what we want to do is we got to heal. We got to put things together, bring people together.
President Trump met with law enforcement officials and surveyed damage done during the demonstrations on his trip to Kenosha yesterday. The pandemic is causing more job cuts in the travel industry.
United Airlines says that it's slashing over 16,000 jobs when federal aid runs out this fall. The cuts are involuntary furloughs, meaning workers can be called back if demand resumes. The coronavirus is also affecting U.S. passenger railroad Amtrak, which will furlough more than 2,000 workers beginning next month.
Fox's Hillary Barsky. America is listening to Fox News.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Black Patch Grill.
From the Weather Edge, this is a special weather advisory.
The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch in effect until early tomorrow morning. We could see up to 3 inches of rainfall overnight. Heavy rain showers look to take place this evening, cooling down to 71. Tomorrow, we've got a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high of 85, and mostly cloudy skies by tomorrow night, cooling down to 66 degrees. Again this evening, a 90% chance of heavy rain showers, an overnight low down to 71, and a flash flood watch in effect for the region until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Are you struggling to afford health care medications? Let Health First help you. Whether you are insured, uninsured, or underinsured, you will still be cared for at Health First Community Health Center. We offer financial and prescription assistance to all those that qualify, which is based on income and household size. Contact our office at 1-877-667-7017 for more information, or visit our website, healthfirstchc.net. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Visit us at one of our 8 locations for all your health care needs. At Health First, your health is our first concern.
This is Mallory Hancock Lawrence, and we love our Caldwell and Lyon County friends. We invite you to come to Cada's anytime you can to shop with us. We're making it even easier for you. Whether you work in Cada's or just come to town for a visit, stop in and shop with us. But if you're in a hurry, you can pre-order your groceries at Hancock'sNeighborhoodMarket.com. It's so easy and convenient. Of course, we want to see your smiling face anytime we can, but if you're in a hurry, Hancock'sNeighborhoodMarket.com is the way to go. Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Cada's.
Local businesses have supported us in every regard. Now it's our turn to support them. Here's a way you can help.
The road crews clearing, the law enforcement protecting, the health officials informing. Our local heroes are paid by you when you shop local businesses. Now more than ever, it's important that we shop local merchants who provide such important sales tax revenue. As we flatten the curve and rebuild, we need you to support local life. Keep our local economy strong with our local businesses. Here today, here tomorrow, we're in this together. This is Beth Mann, President and CEO of the Edge Media Group, asking you to support local.
The Edge Media Group encourages you to support local. Be sure to post what you're doing to show your support. #SupportLocal.
The greatest comeback of all time. It's Tiger Day on WPKY. Support our Caldwell County Tigers and drop off your donation at our studios on West Main Street in Princeton or online at our Big Deals page on WPKYonline.com. WPKY.
We continue with Tiger Day here at 1580, 103.3 WPKY. Still time to bring your donation down. Stop by the studios here at 1035 West Main Street or check online at WPKYonline.com. Tanner Reed, Caldwell County boys soccer coach, joins us. And Tanner, how are things going with soccer practices?
Things are going well now that we're able to kind of get back to all the stuff that we like doing, where we're actually able to scrimmage and defend each other. Still practicing social distance in the appropriate moments, but now we're kind of getting back to some sense of normalcy. It's getting fun again. Well,
that's what we were talking about with Rhett when he was here earlier today, that when you have practices that are just conditioning, that's not much fun, but now that you can get a ball out there and do some different things and scrimmage a little bit, that's a whole lot easier, I would think, to put a practice together.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. And, I mean, the kids look more forward to it because you can do so much more. The other stuff gets repetitive very quickly. But it's like I told the boys whenever we were told that we were allowed to condition, I said this next month or 2 months or however long we get to do it, it's not going to be fun, but it's needed.
Yeah.
So we kind of knocked preseason conditioning out, and now we're trying to treat it like normal.
Kind of proud of everybody, though, because kids kept showing up for practice and doing the conditioning work. And as we said all day, a lot of times we didn't know for sure if we were ever going to have a season when everybody was doing that.
Right. I definitely had some kids, step up, and whether that be through using my words or their own, motivate other people to come and kind of, because I know kids want to work and make some more money and do stuff like that, but some of them kind of push their teammates to say, look, that's important, but this is important too, so you need to come when you can. And my numbers quickly rose.
You've had a year under your belt now. I thought you guys had a good season last year, and just about everybody back.
Oh, pretty much everybody back except for Josh Hagan. We lose him in the goal, but every other player is someone that was on the team last year, and that's, I think, is going to be a big help to us. Completely different circumstance than when I was in here last year and just kind of thrown under the fire. I actually know who my team is now.
Well, and I think going into last season, it was a rebuilding season, and nobody was really sure how many wins you guys might get, but ended up getting 5 wins, I believe, and we're in several other games. So I thought that was a good year for that group.
Oh, absolutely. It being my first year kind of at the reins, I'm still learning a lot, and I was learning a lot then. I'm learning a lot. I'm going to be learning until I finish my career. But we were happy with the performance that we put out, and I haven't put a win tally on anything that we're going to do this year. I don't care how many games we win, but we're going to do our best to compete and give a game in every single game that we appear in.
Well, and last year you were kind of undermanned, I guess, because you're playing freshmen and sophomores, and especially against the good teams, well, they're running a bunch of seniors out there.
Yeah, specifically, whenever we played Madisonville, just because I know their coach very well, they had 13 seniors. I was like, wow, that must be nice. Whenever I was like, I've got 13 freshmen. But, yeah, we were undersized, but that's good things for them. It's like I was talking about earlier when Dennis has known me forever. We played growing up 2 years, sometimes 3 years ahead of our age group, and you just learn fast.
Yeah, that's a good way to learn.
It forces you to improve, because if you can't match them with speed and strength, you better learn how to play.
Todd, we went to some games last year, and some of his players, you fall in love with that team because they are so scrappy and giving everything they have, but they may give up at any position on defense. You had a kid that was probably giving up a foot in height and 60 pounds, 50, 60 pounds, and was still getting in there and battling like he was the same size.
Oh, if we're talking about Blake Lancaster on left back, I think he's going to be giving up a foot till he's a senior.
Yeah,
even then.
But he's one of those players you were rooting for the whole game, and you started watching him more than you really did the ball at times, just to see what he would do and how tough he was going to be. But you basically took a JV team last year, got 5 wins out of it, and from the outside you open a paper up and look at that record and you say, oh, Caldwell's down. Well, they're building. I mean, you got this team, you've got a year under your belt. What are you expecting this year out of those kids?
I'm expecting those kids, especially now that they know what I'm looking for out of them, I'm expecting, they're going to be held to a higher expectation than they were last year, because now it's not new to them. I expect, my older kids to really kind of step up and lead the way, especially my juniors. I've got 2 juniors this year, and I really need them to be the voice of reason for the team and kind of lead us down the path that we're going to go. And it's kind of convenient. They're both going to be up top in wing positions, so they need to be doing things from the top and making things happen all year so that this team will follow them.
And the way you played last year, you didn't back down from anybody. You didn't use it as an excuse. And I could hear you talk to your players when I was doing a couple of games on the air, and then when we were there watching you. You could talk to the players and really kind of get on them. But I think you handled it well, knowing that some of them are pretty young and you didn't want to discourage them. You did a good job walking the line last year as far as balance on that.
I appreciate that, and it is tough to do because there are plenty of people that, they would make that comment after a game, well, don't worry about it, they're just freshmen. Well, I don't want to instill that in their head. Right. I want them to go out there and compete with, everybody that they're going to play against. And now I think that they believe that they can, and now that belief is there, the sky's the limit to what they want to do.
And we looked at the schedule just a minute ago. It's a good thing you got the conditioning in. I think there's a week where you have a Saturday to Saturday. You're playing, what did Beth say, 6 games?
Yeah, there was one stretch where there were a bunch of games in a very short time.
Oh, yeah. I've made sure that our schedule abides by what KJSA says it has to abide by now. But, yeah, I mean, with this short turnaround and chopping the season virtually in half, we still get 14 games, and it seems like they're all jam-packed on top of each other. And there isn't a single game in there where I'm like, all right, guys, we can take a day off. I made sure our schedule was going to be tough this year, and especially get tougher going in to the district and regional tournaments if they still happen. And I did that by design. So it's going to be a tough year.
Well, how many times did you have to redo that schedule? Because, we've heard some coaches today say they had 4 or 5 times where every time something changed, they had to redo their schedule.
Oh, yeah. There was that first time they told us, the start date's going to be September 7th, and basically every game we had before September 7th, we just watched. I contacted those coaches and say, we'll plan to do what we had planned to do this year, next year, and then it was all about contacting coaches and making sure the new dates worked for everybody. And for the most part, they did. There was only a few cases where we couldn't make something work out, and the game either had to be dropped or rescheduled for next season. It was stressful, but not as bad as it could have been. I think the coaches did a really good job of communicating.
As far as being the head coach for the first time here at Caldwell County, what were some of your initial impressions coming in of Tiger sports in Caldwell County?
The biggest impression that was made on me was how welcome I was. I was very intimidated coming into a place where I'm not from. I'm originally from Marshall. I knew a handful of people from Caldwell in my entire life. And from day one, whenever I stepped in, did my first interview on your Sports Edge at Black Patch, minus the clothing I was wearing.
Well, we'll let you go one time on a Duke shirt, but after that,
quickly,
minus my clothing choice, everybody was very welcoming and very supportive of me from the get-go, and that's something I was really, really nervous about coming in. But as soon as I took the reins, I felt like family.
Well, and I think you guys play a fun style to watch. Maybe to you that's just soccer, but I think to the rest of us it's fun to watch.
It should be. There's a reason that it's called the beautiful game. I think, obviously my opinion's completely biased, but I think whenever you break it down, it is the most beautiful sport to watch whenever you watch the inner workings of what's going into things that these kids try to do at the age that they're trying to do it.
Well, as a coach, do you have a style you want to play, or do you look at the team you've got and try to mold a style to those guys?
I think every coach has an ideal way that they'd want to play, and it's going to be kind of based on their personality and how probably they played the game. But you have to look at what you have, because I'm a big possession guy. But if I've got a bunch of speed up top, it doesn't make sense for me to try and keep the ball and not feed what you've got. So, that's probably a mistake that I did make a little bit last year. I tried to form my team into what I wanted them to do instead of looking at what I had and playing it. This year, I think I'll do a much better job of playing what we have.
Because I talked about this with Rhett earlier, and when I played youth soccer, it was always drilled into my head that, defense is the number one thing. Mm-hmm. Because if you keep the other team from scoring, then you can't lose. But there are different ways to go about that, too.
Oh, you're talking to a defensive king right here, too.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I had a lot of help back in the day. But, we'll go to our manager. I think Kevin Cryer's most famous words was, if we have the ball, can they score? And the answer was always no. Right. So if you play good defense and you keep the ball, you keep the other team off the score sheet, it's down to you putting it in the back of the net.
Well, and that's basically what Rhett said, that a good offense, your defense doesn't have to work, so a good offense is a good defense.
Oh, always. If you can keep the ball and keep the other team off it, go for it. But the problem is soccer's a fluky game. All it takes is one free kick or one bounce the other way or one kid getting a hold of the ball just one time from it being the best shot of his entire career, and that changes the game.
But you've got some good young kids on your team, so how soon do you think those guys will kind of gel? Is that the big question? Because you're still young this season. Mm-hmm. You were young last season, so...
I do think there's still definitely some figuring out. I've changed up formations a little bit, trying to figure out what's going to be best for us, even moved some players around, trying to figure out what's going to be best for us. And I think I found it. It's going to come down to them trusting it and trusting, is this how I need to play the position instead of how I think I need to play the position. But we've got all the pieces to have a very good year. I'm very happy with several of my sophomores and the amount of improvement that I've seen. I had kids come back. I was like, wait, you were on my team last year? Just because they looked so different. And then having Corbin Nichols being our freshman goalkeeper, everywhere we go, whether we're at an indoor tournament or it's another coach, they say, I love your goalkeeper. He's technically sound. So I think he's going to be a big leader in the back, even as a freshman. So I think we're set up to do good things.
Can you tell on the team, though, that the attitude's starting to pick up a little bit just because you're getting closer and closer to that first game?
Oh, yeah. They're antsy. They're ready to play. We got jerseys this afternoon. They were excited to get their jerseys on and see a couple modifications that have been made to them. So they're definitely ready to hear that first whistle go and start playing.
Todd, you heard him mention that he's from Marshall County. Well, the Marshall County job opened up this summer. He got a text from me as soon as I read that, and it was along the lines of "Don't even think about it."
Yeah.
And he knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, it didn't take me long to figure that out.
He's a breath of fresh air in this program, and I bet in all of our guests today, I think it would be safe to say that this is the first national champion you've talked to.
Emma Talley was on.
Oh, Emma, I forgot about Emma.
Emma's definitely got more clout than I do. Let's not even
Tanner
compare.
was a member.
That's pretty good, though.
Twice of the national indoor champions in soccer.
Wow.
2 different occasions.
But you did just elevate the show because now we've had 2.
Yeah.
My apologies to Emma right now.
But I do have 2 titles, not just one.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
There we go.
It gets better all the time.
But it was fun. We went to, I think it was Columbus, Ohio, they held that in.
That's right, both
years
times.
ago. And just had a ball. And I've seen these kids play in the remnants of a hurricane that came through Jackson, Tennessee, where I couldn't see you, Todd, if we were sitting in that rain that was coming down so hard. We were wearing trash bags just to make it out of the stadium to get back to the cars. But I go a long way back with this guy, and he's what Caldwell County soccer has needed. He's going to bring some excitement, and that win total is going to come up if you're hung up on wins and losses. But what he's going to teach these guys is going to fall right in line with the Coach Fralix's and the other coaches that we've talked to today.
Well, and certainly coming from Marshall County, that's a good program there. How do you get Caldwell County up to the level of a Marshall County?
Really, I have to go back. And what's fortunate about Marshall is the coaches that trained me are pretty much all still there. That says something about their program. I've been around Michael Boone and Andy Pagel, Donnie Heath, Don Walker, Brian Blevins, who's head of the Marshall County program now, and I'm not trying to leave anybody out. Those are just the first few names on my head. But whenever you've seen a program be successful for 10-plus years and the coaching staff stay consistent, and then the coaching staff after that to all be former graduates of that program, that just speaks volumes to what you have. And, they've instilled a winning tradition there, and I talk about it whenever I was there a lot. But that is what we're going to build to here. I haven't talked about my JV team much, but I've got a bunch of middle schoolers that are raring to go for my JV team. I didn't have that last year. Last year, my varsity team, my JV team were basically the same, minus Josh. This year, we're going to see some middle school kids take the field under the JV conditions, and they're going to start, they're going to play, they're going to be outsized like we were last year, but they're going to grow. And I believe that's where the program has to start. And then to back up where I have, we've got great community support here. You guys cover the sports like nobody else can. Rhett helps me very much. I've got a great assistant under Adam Ball. I mean, with a community and enough people that want to see these kids succeed, the program can only grow. It doesn't have a choice.
And I think I heard Coach Gates and Coach Tomic kind of allude to the same thing this morning about that consistency in coaching staffs that go year after year, and the kids kind of have that relationship with the coaches in a situation like that.
I think it has to help whenever you get consistency and you're not having turnover, because now whenever you have a kid that's a freshman that's been there 4 years, not only are the kids going to listen to the coach, but they're going to listen to that senior as well, because that senior's been there for 4 years. They know what's going on. And whenever you have that year after year after year, you've not only created a season, you've created an established program, in my opinion.
Well, I think Rhett was talking about that this morning a little bit, where he said, he makes sure that he stays active in the youth leagues as well, so that he can see them from the time that they're little bitty till the time they do get to him, and he's had he gets to know them and he bonds with them.
Oh, absolutely. He's, our rec league is the community sport I've seen there is tremendous, and Rhett is very involved, and he's pulled me into it a little bit. I haven't been as active as he has, but he's seen them early, and I'm getting a chance to see them early. Hopefully, whenever the COVID stuff kind of backs off a little bit, we can get into actually training them and doing more stuff with them so that they feel like they're a part of this program, even when they're just 8, 9, 10 years old.
Right.
In the district, of course, Madisonville North Hopkins was so good last year. Lost a ton of seniors, though. Are you hoping to close that gap this season?
Definitely want to close the gap this season. They were heads and tails just better than everybody that we had to play against last year. There was no doubt about it. They were well coached, well trained, and I told their coach after the game they had the best center midfielder in Jack Dodds that I'd ever seen. I'd never seen a player play the way that he did, and he was the best one I had seen. But they're still going to have, I believe they still return quite a few of their starting players. So it's still going to be a battle with whoever we play. But like I said before, whoever we play, we're looking to compete and make it a game.
I've been doing the boys soccer previews for YourSportsEdge.com, and the Hopkins County Central coach mentioned in the information he sent to me how every time Hopkins Central and Caldwell County plays, it's a tight game and goes to overtime or to shootout. And he's like, we enjoy those close matches.
Oh, yeah. As fans, just fans of sports, that's what we want to see. You think about a World Cup match, even if your favorite team's in it, you kind of want to see it go to penalties just so it's the most dramatic thing possible instead of just a win.
And how fun was that match here last year where you guys went to PKs?
I don't know if I was fun or stressed more, but it was a great time at the end of the day.
But eventually one of you guys has to kind of move up on Madisonville and get them, right? Eventually?
That's the plan. I'm hoping it's this year.
Yeah.
But if not this year, then I'm looking at next year. We're just going to keep growing and doing what we can. I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about what other teams are doing. I'm worried about what we're doing and what we're going to accomplish.
What are some games coming up on your schedule this year that you're just really looking forward to?
Every single one of them.
Good answer. Yeah.
I like that.
Every single one of them.
And it's a schedule that only has 4 home games this year, I think is what Beth said a while ago, right?
It might be.
I looked at it. I think there were just 4 home matches. So that's going to be a challenge in itself. Just you guys open at Mayfield and several road trips for you. So, like I said, with a younger team, though, I think that just kind of helps you build them for the future.
Oh, definitely. That means, this group that I have, those 2 juniors, and if we pick up a few more next year, when it's their senior year, we're going to be very home heavy. And they're going to have, kind of that little bit of pride with having a bunch of home games. So we're excited regardless, whether it's home, whether it's away, whatever we're taking it.
What kind of goals do you guys kind of have? Because I know you said you weren't really all that concerned about the number of wins and number of losses, but again, going back to last season, I think that was a successful season. You probably won a lot more games than some people thought you might going in. So just going into this year, what kind of level of improvement are you looking for?
Really, it comes down to looking at certain numbers. Really, I just want to see growth. I want to see that my players are making the right decision more often than they were. We actually keep up with that as coaches on the sideline. We track them defensively. We track them offensively. We're trying to make sure they're making as many good decisions as possible. And if you want to get down to it, then yes, I do need to see my offense score more goals than they did last year. I need to see my defense allow less goals than they did last year. And that's going to be a consistent goal every single year.
Well, good luck to you guys. We appreciate you coming in at the last minute and helping us out, and appreciate all you do for Tiger Sports, and good luck to the soccer team this season.
Well, we thank you guys for all the coverage that you give us, and thank you for letting me be a part of it.
And don't forget to wish him luck for the golf tournament this weekend.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask, do you guys have a side bet going or anything?
No. Whenever I play with people that are better than me, I don't bet.
Yeah, we like to stir the pot while you're here, by the way.
Well, that's fine.
That's what we're here for.
I can deal with that.
I do want to thank you, too, about being you're a teacher at Caldwell County, and kudos to you, and thanks for doing that as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I literally couldn't imagine doing anything else. Somebody asked me very recently, one of my best friends, he said, with all this COVID stuff going out, do you see yourself in a different career? What would you be doing? And I gave him a blank stare just because I couldn't think of anything else that I would rather be doing my time. Apart from being a professional athlete in some way, shape, or fashion, this is what I was called to do. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
You think it's easier to be a coach and a teacher, or does one maybe make the other one a little easier or harder?
I think it helps. The time management makes it a little bit harder, but I got into teaching, I remember a long time ago, especially because I'm an English teacher, and for some reason you don't see that many male English teachers. I don't know why, but we're less. And I said, I'm going to use that as a platform to show, athletic kids that, hey, you can go out and you can read a book and you can score the game-winning goal or the game-winning touchdown the weekend after. You don't have to be just one-sided. You can have a mixture of both. And that's kind of what got me into it in the first place.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And I hope you, Tanner, I hope you like it here, but I hope you realize that the community supports our sports in ways like just today has been all day long. Just shows the commitment and the friendship and I don't have the words for it, that this community shows on every coach that steps in. And you're in a unique position coming in from Marshall County, but you've been adopted here. And lose the Duke shirts, and I think you're going to have a long career.
That I can't do. I still like to say I can think for myself, but I appreciate the adoption. But there's a reason that my team says family whenever we break our hands down. It's because I feel like I'm welcome here. My team should be a family. We're all a part of it. And anybody that comes out and wants to be a part of what we're doing, whether it's watching a game or you want to come out and try and make the team one year, know that as soon as you step in, you're going to be welcomed like family, whether it's a brother or a sister, whatever it is. That's what you're going to be a part of.
You are family now with us, and we appreciate you coming down and hope that today really benefits your program along with all the others.
Thank you very much, guys.
Tiger Day continues. Still time to come by the studio and make a donation. We need to get to a break, though. We'll be back after this on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Man, I appreciate it.
Because that's where the King lives. Home of the original Tiger King. YourSportsEdge.com. At 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
This is Mike Gilkey, proudly serving Princeton, Kentucky and surrounding areas.
From the Weather Edge, this is a special weather advisory.
The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch in effect until early tomorrow morning. We could see up to 3 inches of rainfall overnight. Heavy rain showers look to take place this evening, cooling down to 71. Tomorrow, we've got a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high of 85, and mostly cloudy skies by tomorrow night, cooling down to 66 degrees. Again this evening, a 90% chance of heavy rain showers, an overnight low down to 71. And a flash flood watch in effect for the region until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Rader Auction Company is owned and operated by Delbert Rader. Delbert has been in the agricultural field for over 40 years and is well known for his knowledge of used equipment. Rader Auction holds 4 consignment auctions a year, and they buy and sell equipment on a daily basis. If you're looking for a piece of equipment, they'll do their best to locate it, and financing is available. Contact Delbert Rader at 270-881-2610 or Amy Ezel at 270-604-2880 for all your used equipment needs. Rader Auction Company, Skyline Drive.
Whether you're the summer weather lover or the I'm ready for fall person, Bella Marie Boutique has the clothes for you. You'll find lots of transitional pieces. Wear it now during the hot summer, throw on a cardigan, and you're ready for fall. Love it all at Bella Marie Boutique. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates, new arrivals, and giveaways. Bella Marie Boutique, where you can shop safely following COVID guidelines, or shop on Facebook and Instagram with shipping for $5 or curbside pickup in Princeton or in Hopkinsville. Bella Marie Boutique.
Always the best.
July is one of Herb Hayes Furniture's favorite months. They love the 4th of July. They are very patriotic. They love all things red, white, and blue. But their favorite thing about the month of July, it's their birthday month. And even though 2020 has been possibly the most challenging year yet, they are thrilled to celebrate 59 years of business. They were named Best Furniture Store for 5 years in a row in the Best of Western Kentucky ballot. So really, 2020 doesn't sound so bad after all. They are now back open, serving their customers in their usual fashion. And because it's their birthday month, they are offering 5 years interest-free financing with no money down. And there are markdowns throughout the entire store. Celebrate your independence from ugly furniture with the help of Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress, where they're celebrating 59 years in 2020.
Herb Hayes Furniture, always the best.
Community leaders around the area are supporting the greatest comeback of all time.
So this greatest comeback ever has really helped. I think it's worked. I think it's done exactly what it was meant to do.
The cooperation of everyone has been enormous, and I mean inside government, outside government partners. Everyone knows just how horrific this pandemic is, and it is for real, and the cooperation has been enormous at all levels.
Just want to go back to the greatest comeback thing. If you can and when you can, always shop at home. It makes the difference. And those folks, as you all have said here, they supported our ball teams. They've given to Rotary. They've helped do a lot of things for our community. We need to stand behind them now and do what's right and buy here as local as we can.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Continue supporting local. Together, we can make a difference.
Calling all Tiger fans, drop by our WPKY studios today and show your Tiger pride. Share your story with us. Tiger Day on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
1580, 103.3 WPKY. Tiger Day. We have had so much fun today. This is like the cherry on top of the sundae kind of day. And now we've got Miss Beth Mann with us. And Todd, it's not often that we have I don't think we've had a lull all day where we haven't had people here. Alumni, coaches, players, you name it.
Eventually, I'm going to try to figure up exactly how many people we've had in here on the show today.
That would be, I would
It
love.
may be a record day.
Yeah,
It
it's
could
going
be
to
a
take a
record
while.
day.
It's going to take a while to add all those up.
That's right.
Well, especially all the different, normally it's basketball season or maybe it's baseball season. So we see, several coaches or players from there, but we've had everybody in.
Well, and I appreciate everybody's willingness to come in, but not just to come in, but Daniel Cookie Hicko was here for over an hour with us today, and Gator and DT were here for 2 hours. So I think that shows everybody's loyalty to Tiger sports.
Well, and anybody from, some of the retired coaches to the little ones that were here just a minute. That is running the gamut. And you talk about Caldwell, once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Well, we've got our young Tigers there, and then we've had our retired coaches this morning, that were here. And I think that says it all right there.
Right.
And the donations, Heather.
That's right. So I'm back with talking about our donations. So I want to give another shout out to our corporate level sponsors. That is First Southern National Bank, Farmers Bank, Planters Bank, Fortner Gas, Parker Eye Care, Goodwin Insurance, Taco John's and Gather on Main, DC Plumbing, Morgan's Funeral Home, and the Athletic Center. And so if you're just now tuning in and you don't know what that means, the corporate level sponsors have given $1,000 or above to Tiger Day, and those are getting a little bit of an added bonus for their gifts. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, you feel free to give me a phone call. My phone number is 625-5985. That's 625-5985. You can give me a call here at the radio station for a little bit longer. We'll be here till 7 o'clock, and I can explain a little bit more about what that means. And then you can also give by coming down here to the station. We'll be here for a little while longer. Bring your gifts down here. You can write a check to the Caldwell County High School. And you can also give online. So you can go to WPKYonline.com and go to our deals page, and you'll find Tiger Day on there, and you can give with your debit or credit card. That is also pinned on our Facebook page, so you can go there and the link will take you right to it. So that link will be open until noon tomorrow, so you have until noon tomorrow to be able to give using that link. We've had approximately about, I think, 50 people that have come in and given other donations throughout the day. And like I've said, guys, big and small, we are loving those donations that are coming in. Every dollar counts to help towards our kids. We know every dollar will be greatly appreciated and used to the best of our kids and to help with the athletics and to, I feel like, better our students and our kids in Caldwell County. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's given today. It means a lot. It means a lot for me as a former parent of a Tiger and as a coach's wife to see the outpouring that has been for our kids and the pride that I see in Caldwell County to want to step up and help our students. She said just a second ago that we have Beth Mann in here. I know I'm going to give a little shout out to her. I don't know if you all have a boss as good as we do. Don't tell her I said that or anything. But we do want to mention that 10% of all the sales at Black Patch Grill today go to Tiger Day. our boss happened to buy us all lunch today at Black Patch Grill. So thank you, first of all, for lunch today.
Welcome, Hidden Motive. If you can think about my favorite sandwich in the whole wide world, I get it Black Patch. Right?
That's right. So everybody go to Black Patch Grill tonight. It's burger night at Black Patch Grill tonight. So you want to go out and get your favorite burger. I'm not sure what the burgers were. I should have checked that out before I came on here, but there should be 3 special burgers for tonight, so you can check that out on their Facebook page. And 10% of those sales will go to Tiger Day. So everybody check that out as well and go support that, get some yummy food, and as well give back to your Tigers. So.
And I'm gonna say something really quick. I want to thank Heather too, because I'll tell you, Heather has worked all day. She's got her cheerleading shirt on, and that's exactly what she has done all day long.
This isn't mine. Let's make sure we this is a very long away throwback. So if anybody sees me, I got to make sure everybody knows this was. I think this was from like the 50s, or something.
It's a throwback cheerleading, but it fits you good.
Thanks.
And I'll tell you, Miss Beth Mann is the other one, and I'm so glad that you're here with us.
Well, it's been great, and I do want to take a few minutes just to talk a little bit about how we got to where we are. I think you have to appreciate all the things that went into planning and working on Tiger Day. I would not trade places with Kim Barnes for her job and $500,000. Kim Farmer, for her job and $500,000.
Amen.
And what she's trying to do to accommodate our kids, our parents, our coaches, administrators. She's got people screaming at her from every direction, and no one's going to be satisfied this year because no one is satisfied this year. It's just not going to be that year that we're all thrilled with the way things go. But I want to say, I may reveal things I shouldn't, but I think at the end of the day, it's good for the community to know that Kim had a lot of choices to make, and she was at all times trying to consider what's best for Caldwell County Schools and the athletic program and the communities that we serve.
That's right.
And we were at a Y in the road of how to get as many people to the games as possible, and for as many people to be able to see the games, to see video of the games, knowing that we were going to be on restricted guidelines. This planning started about a month ago, and that was without knowing what the guidelines were going to be. But we knew a month ago there was no way in the world we were going to have 100% attendance this year. Not going to happen. So, blind leading the blind, we agreed that we would do video of the home games for football this year, as well as the away games that would allow us to be there. Last year, you may recall, we didn't do any home games because the school asked us to consider not doing those games because it affected their gate. We understood we're partnering this. We're not trying to be the ones to get all the glory here. So we agreed to that last year. If you guys will remember, we did away games only last year for video. So that's what we were planning on for this year. But with the deal where our own fans can't go cheer on our kids this year, that situation's different. So this year, we will do live video of all the home games, and we'll do as many of the away games that the visiting school will allow us to come in to do, okay? That's our agreement. We're working now on what we can do for the other sports, for volleyball, for soccer. We're not even talking about basketball yet because we don't know what those guidelines are going to be yet. We have no idea what December, January is going to look like. We hope we're full speed ahead and we don't have this conversation. But we will have it if we need to have it, and we'll figure out some way to get those kids as much exposure as possible. I grew up playing sports. Sports changed my life. There's no question I would not be in a leadership role today had I not had leadership opportunities as a kid. And those leadership opportunities were captain of a softball team, captain of a basketball team, president of FHA. Everything that I did growing up, mostly in sports, is what helped me know that one day I wanted to lead somewhere. I wanted to be part of a team. And, you have to learn to win and you have to learn to lose, right, Todd?
Absolutely.
You're not learning just to win. You're also learning how to lose.
You learn more valuable lessons sometimes from a loss than you do a win.
Well, let me tell you, I wasn't very good at it. I'm still not.
but
but I did know how, and I had lots of lectures about losing and losing professionally. So Kim went out of her way to come to us as a local media partner, and she had other choices. And you will see that at some of the other schools where the school opted in a program that's called NFHS, where it is a pay to watch. Pay-per-view type deal, and you pay for subscription, and you can watch the games, based on that subscription. And the schools get a very small, like 10% of what those sales are. So those will be the games we won't be able to do if we go to a school, where they're not going to allow that to happen. I don't think there've been a lot to do that, but the whole thing was, it wasn't a case of a school trying to work around you. Is that they've got to offset financially. It is a money thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, it does cost a lot to do what they do. So we know going in that we were going to be one game short, home game short, and now we know that we're going to be at 30% attendance instead of 100% attendance. So what we're trying to do today is make up as much of that gate money as we can. So you're at home saying, well, my kid plays soccer. What's this have to do with me? What that has to do with you is football budget, and the gate from football is what helps pay for volleyball, baseball, softball, soccer, golf, all the other sports, because you have an opportunity for 1,000 people to pass through your gate. We don't have 1,000 people in any sport but football. So she's really shooting at a target that's moving, and it's moving fast and moving daily. And so, I really want to give her kudos for believing in us, believing in our company, for putting her trust in us, and for allowing us the opportunity to do this fundraiser for her. She didn't know whether we could do it or not, but I knew we could and would. I have a lot of faith and confidence in this team and this community. And I knew that if we all put it out there today, and we agreed that we're all in, and we're all sports, and we're not going to point fingers about how much is football and how much is baseball and what's everybody going to get out of the deal, because everybody's going to get money from today's proceeds. 100% of what we raise today, we'll turn around and write a check to Caldwell County Athletics in the next couple of days. And hopefully she can at least put the financial piece in the back of her mind, and she can get busy trying to figure out how to spend more time on the kids, their safety, making those kids feel special. I'm telling you, I cannot imagine this being our senior year. Mm-hmm. And kids missing. I mean, my senior year was everything, and I bet it was for everybody in this room and everybody within listening range of this microphone. To miss your last year.
That can be the difference between coaching later on in life. How many coaches are we not going to get because of that?
Well, no question. I mean, Todd, scholarships are up for grabs. Mm-hmm. You got fifth-year seniors in college. They're going to get to keep their scholarship. So that's going to change the number of scholarships available to incoming freshmen. I mean, we have so many things to consider and think about. But our kids don't need to be worried about whether they're going to be safe or whether they're playing or whether they have the support of the community. They need to know all that and put that to bed. So that's a long story, but it's a story that I think it's important for our listeners to know all the efforts that have been made to continue our good Caldwell County tradition of terrific athletic programs. And this may be the year. This may be just enough. I heard Kim say on air that she was on a call today with athletic directors, and she was telling them about this fundraiser and what the community was doing, and they couldn't believe it. Well, you know what? They don't know Caldwell County. Because guess what? I mean, this county's going to step up.
Caldwell's going to take care of Caldwell. That's one thing you can bet on.
Absolutely right. So this is a proud day. And the thing I loved a lot of things about today, but what I really loved was every single sport was at the table today. Mm-hmm. We didn't have a single sport not represented today, and that's what really made me most happy.
I'm going to tell you, we've been proud all day, though, because it's been families, too. And it's not just one or two, and it's just not just about one kid. It's about the whole family. And it includes all of them, and I think that's pretty special.
I tell you what, I'm going to put you guys on the spot just a little bit. I want to open up the phone line. if somebody wants to call us and talk to us a
Absolutely.
little bit,
Yeah.
tell us
Yeah.
tell us about what sports, what that might mean to you. You don't have to have been an athlete. You might be that person that's gone to every game your entire life. You've been right there on the third or fourth or fifth row.
I
And,
always keep
feel
up with
free to
his
call
numbers.
us and
I want to
talk
see
us.
who somebody's been knocking at your door. They have to at this point. So here's the studio line, 270-963-9038. That number again, 270-963-9038. Call and talk to us. And tell us your love story with Caldwell County and Caldwell County athletics. Because I think there's a lot of them out there, really do.
Yep. You'll be able to make your donation online through noon tomorrow. So Todd's going to give some updates tomorrow morning in his show. So he'll be the first person to see our totals from today. And then, Todd, when you finish on the air tomorrow, we'll have a couple of hours left there. At noon, we'll shut our store down, and you'll know exactly where we are. There are all kinds of increments in there that you can donate. You can do $10, $20, $25, $50, $100, $250, $500, $1,000, and you just do click on. It'd be just like a Buy It Now if you were an eBay store or if you were in any type of online store. It's like a Buy It Now. And the only thing that you need to register to go in the store is you'll put in an email address, and then when you get ready to pay for it, you can pay for it with your credit card or debit card. So it's real easy to use. It'll send you a receipt, so you'll see exactly what it is, which is tax deductible, by the way, and you can have that receipt then for your tax records. It will email you that, so you'll have everything you need for your tax returns when you get ready to do that.
In the morning, I'll announce who won the footballs and the prize packs in there.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked much about that. What all are your prize packs?
Well, there's 2 autographed footballs in there, and Miss Heather, that's the entire football team from this year, right?
Yes, that's
Plus
correct.
some. We've had some folks come in and add a couple here and there, coaches and alumni. But the Caldwell County book from Todd, of course, that's included in the prize pack as well.
All right.
And there's a couple of different ones too, because you can do it with basketballs instead of football. So there's one of them that's a basketball one of them is a football one, and those have been autographed all day by the people that have been coming in. So you've got a ball that's autographed, and then you've got Todd's book, and then you've got the WPKY merchandise and the SportsEdge.com, YourSportsEdge.com merchandise, and then there's a $25 gift certificate to Black Patch Grill.
Oh yeah.
So yum.
Yeah.
Yum.
So all you had to do was make a donation, and you got your name in the hat. Yeah, I had the bacon cheeseburger. It was wonderful.
Well, my patty melt was good too.
But that's all you got to do is make a donation.
Also, I wanted to mention, like maybe one of the first people I had talked to about the corporate sponsorship. I don't think I was prepared for this question, but he said, well, what's your goal? And I thought, I don't know if I've set a goal. So in my head, really fast, I set a goal that I thought, motto, shoot for the moon. Because if, you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. So I, in my head, shot for a really lofty goal. And I thought, okay, this is our goal. And I just want to tell you guys really quickly, we're really close to that goal. So if there's anybody out there listening right now, if you want to run on by and drop us off a check or two to help us get to that goal, I'd be really happy if we could get to that goal before I leave tonight.
Well, the fact that you've got 10 corporate sponsors says a whole lot.
Yes, it does. It does.
Well,
It
and
does.
those
It
are the
says a
folks
lot
that are
about
on
our
the back of the
businesses in town.
T-shirts, too.
That's right.
Every
That's
year.
right.
When you go out and watch a baseball game, when you go watch
Absolutely.
even from Little League all the way up to, the banners that they hang in different sporting events, those are the guys that are, members of our community, and some of these businesses have been here for decades. And they're the ones that are continuing, including today, to sponsor.
And that's why I think, we always have a shop local, support local. We've been talking about that for a long time. Don't forget, guys, that these are the people who are supporting your kids and these businesses, and not just these, but the local businesses. Maybe they didn't support this one, but the businesses in town are supporting something. Like she said, the shirts on the back of the T-shirts, or we just sold the program. I'm sure somebody they've put in the program or things like that. So just keep in mind the people who are supporting different causes around town, that those are the places we need to be shopping at. We need to be supporting those as well.
I want to tell those guys thank you too. One of the first people I ran into when I left this morning was Cray Lewis. And I think Taco John's and
Yes,
the Gathering had just put in right before I left this morning. So tell those guys thank you for what they're doing, and like you said, go to those places and support them, especially anybody in our community.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to think about those guys are challenged this year too, and they're still finding a way to literally just write checks out to the school and to athletics. And every restaurant, and we had McDonald's came by, they gave us $500 today. Joe and Kathy McEnany. He's not, his lobby's not even open yet. Every one of these guys are limited in their business 5 months into it. We thought we'd be a few days or weeks, and we're now on month number 5 of not being up to full speed as business owners. And it's been, I can tell you from our perspective, it's been a really tough business year. And I don't think there's any other business that would tell you anything different than that. I mean, it doesn't matter what business you're in. It's been a really hard year. But you would not know that from 10 corporate sponsors that have stepped up, and a lot that maybe didn't do at that level, but they're already giving in another way. You're right. They've already put in the program book, or they did Cash Plus the program or whatever. So there is going to be a special wall of fame there at Caldwell County Schools that will have anyone who gives $100 or more. They're going to be listed on that wall today as a thank you from the school. And so we appreciate them making that extra effort too. And that's one more thing for our school administration to do. I mean, they just keep adding to their list every day they go to work. At the end of the day, they've added stuff to it instead of taking things off of it. So, just big kudos to our coaching staff and our administration for taking on one more thing. I mean, even this project was one more thing for them to have to deal with. But hopefully we'll make it well worth it tomorrow when we're able to announce those totals, Todd.
Well, all I did was I did ask that everybody wear blue and gold today. And I have looked all around town and saw blue and gold everywhere today. And I said, that is, in my mind, that's another way that they're showing the kids, hey, we love you and we support you. And I think that's a, thank you to everybody, because I'll tell you, I've been really happy to see the turnout and the support that the kids got today.
Yeah, this is not just a money thing. Yes, it's a fundraiser today, but it's also a rah-rah for our community and for athletics. And I don't know how we could be any more clear with the number of people who've been here in the studios today, Todd, to talk to us about what sports means.
It's been a busy day.
It's been a really busy day. By the way, John Miller has been working in the background for us, and he's editing all of our audio from today, and he'll be posting all that up, so you'll be able to see that on our YouTube channel. So in case you missed some of it, like I know Kim said she missed most of it because she said, I didn't just have 10-minute meetings today, I had 2-hour meetings back to back to back. So she missed part of what happened today, and this is right up her alley. This is her life.
I'm going to tell you, I've had the best time listening to Todd and all of them, and I feel like I got a front row seat to my favorite concert or something, because it's been the best. Gary Goodacre got on a roll earlier that I thought was, I was all about that. I think I was really glued to the set at that point. And I'll tell you, Coach Earl, I mean, cup runneth over. I mean, that was, he just made my life today.
Go watch Coach Earl first and then watch all the other interviews.
Yes. You'll be blessed if you do. You really will, because he was amazing today.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool this morning seeing how long Tess could hold the tears back talking to Coach Fraley.
Oh, wow.
I was trying to keep an eye on her and talk at the same time. You did great. I was going to tell you.
I did till Coach K come in, and then I was talking to Coach K about Coach Fraley, and then I lost it. I said, that's just not fair.
Well, Coach Fralick left and came back, so I think you moved him too. He came back by and brought us another check this afternoon, and it's been fun to see people show their real passion, and it's been eye-opening for me. And I know how much Caldwell County loves sports. I mean, I knew that long before I owned WPKY. I knew that 25 years ago. But today I've really seen.
Oh, you see the steady stream that's come in all day long, and it's just like families are still walking in. And we saw Boxhead's grandson just a few minutes ago, and Dwight came in. Dwight actually is going to be on the air this winter if we have basketball, because he was the radio auction winner of doing a ball game with Bob.
Oh, okay.
So he's chosen basketball, and we're going to try to get him on this winter.
That'll be great.
I'll tell you, there was another donation. I was just distracted for a moment.
In fact, I think there are 2 out there in the lobby now.
Yeah.
So, We've even blocked up the parking lot. We had the guy next door. I had to apologize. I said, "I'm so sorry." He said, "What y'all got going on over there?" He said, "I don't even have any place to park my customers." I said, "Well, I'll try to move every vehicle I can."
I will say it again.
I said, "We're doing a fundraiser." He said, "Well, I knew there was something big going on over there."
Hey, nobody does it like Caldwell can do it. And when y'all were talking about going on the road, Todd, and the amount of what did Gary call it? The wave of blue.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anytime Caldwell County football goes on the road, played a game at Greene County, and Gary and Chris talked about this, and we had told Campbellsville, where the last Druthers in the world is, that everybody in Caldwell County would be coming to Druthers, because we all remember the Druthers Corner. It's now the Casey's Corner, but it was for years the Druthers Corner.
And we all hit it after practice. Sure. I'm just saying.
And that was the first thing when I saw Greene County on the schedule. I'm like, that's just close enough. We can all make a trip to Campbellsville and go to Druthers before the football game. And dang, if it seemed like everybody in the county hit Druthers, to the point that they only had a couple of people working in there that night, and I felt bad for them. But the place was literally packed with Caldwell County people, and they were lined out the door. They couldn't wait on people quick enough. But that was awesome at the same time.
Well, when we do things, we do them together. I think that's what it. Hey,
but I'm sure there are people in Campbellsville that were wondering, where are all these people coming from?
What's up with that?
The regulars had to be looking around going, there's usually not this many people here.
Oh, it's just Caldwell. They're just like that. But thank you to everybody from the bottom of our hearts. And I know I see Dwight Meeks in there. And, of course, I will tell you, I don't think anybody can deny, how much Dwight does for our youth and our kids and sports, in our area. So we thank him as well.
Yeah, he's done a great job with Youth Incorporated. Some of the best fields for our kids to play on are out there. And that's where it starts, at the T-ball level and the coach pitch level. And they've done a great job with that facility out there.
So anybody from Bob to Dennis, and we call her Mama because she takes care of all of us. Miss Beth Mann, she's been here all day. God bless her. We love her. And Todd, take us to break.
Bob and Dennis on the sideline report tomorrow as well. But back with more after this here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Listen up, please.
Get out the blue and gold.
Fabulous.
It's Tiger Day, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Life is filled with moments. Moments we share with those we love, worry about, and strive to protect the most. At Woodman Life, we provide life insurance and retirement products to help protect you and your family so that you can enjoy all the moments to come.
This is Josh Ray, your local Woodman Life agent. Come see us at 1009 West Main Street or give us a call at 365-6111.
Certain eligibility and age restrictions apply. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
From the Weather Edge, this is a special weather advisory.
The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch in effect until early tomorrow morning. We could see up to 3 inches of rainfall overnight. Heavy rain showers look to take place this evening, cooling down to 71. Tomorrow, we've got a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high of 85, and mostly cloudy skies by tomorrow night, cooling down to 66 degrees. Again this evening, a 90% chance of heavy rain showers, an overnight low down to 71, and a flash flood watch in effect for the region until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
From the Weather Edge, this is a special weather advisory.
The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch in effect until early tomorrow morning. We could see up to 3 inches of rainfall overnight. Heavy rain showers look to take place this evening, cooling down to 71. Tomorrow, we've got a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high of 85, and mostly cloudy skies by tomorrow night, cooling down to 66 degrees. Again this evening, a 90% chance of heavy rain showers, an overnight low down to 71, and a flash flood watch in effect for the region until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
There's good news in the fight against heart disease. The Cardiology Clinic at Caldwell Medical Center features a highly trained team of heart health specialists and years of experience in cardiac health and wellness. From stress tests and echocardiograms to cardiac rehab and sleep studies, our specialists provide a wide range of cardiac-specific services, all right here close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 270-365-0350 or visit caldwellmedical.com.
At Black Patch Grill, the kitchen is serving your favourite Irish fare and southern comforts. The dining room is now open again, so come in, sit down and enjoy your meal in the dining room or, weather permitting, out on the patio. We are still offering curbside takeout for lunch and dinner, as well as family-style dinner options. Follow us on Facebook at Black Patch Grill to see the daily specials. And come check out our new location in Hopkinsville, the local Irish Pub and Kitchen.
1580, 103.3 WPKY. Thanks for joining us for Tiger Day. It's been a long day, but we've had some great fun talking to a lot of former Tiger coaches, players, current players, and coaches. And Dennis, I wish a few times that we'd had more time to talk to people because we just had so many people. We ran out of time sometimes.
Or you could make this like the old Labor Day Jerry Lewis telethons that go a couple of days because you get to talking to some people. You talked to Emma Talley this morning, and I think you said you told her about 10 minutes. We're going to talk to Emma 25, 30 minutes when we talk to Emma because she's just a great person to talk with and has so many good stories and upbeat. But it's been a good day just seeing old friends come in.
Well, and stories you've never heard.
Right.
Well, I feel like we just scratched the surface, though. That's the scary part is that we could bring everybody back and do it again and not even touch what we talked about today.
I didn't even know Todd played youth soccer till today.
I didn't either.
For years.
I don't think I've ever heard him mention it till today.
I scored goals. And by goals, I mean more than one.
What got you into soccer?
I got hurt a lot when I was younger, so my parents didn't really want me playing football because of the injury thing. I got hurt playing soccer too, but it was fun. You know, I was always injured though. Between riding my motorcycle and playing baseball and basketball and soccer, I always had something going on. So
well, you can't talk about Caldwell sports without talking about Todd Griffin. What got you to be Todd Griffin? Where you were just all about sports. What was that jump? Where did it go, Dennis, from youth soccer to Caldwell County sports?
I actually think I have an answer for the sports thing. When I was born, the doctor and my dad were watching a UK game, basketball, on the TV, February 15th. So there was actually a ball game going on the afternoon that I was born. And so I think that between the doctor and my dad keeping up with the UK game on TV, and here I came, that I was just kind of born into it. Mm-hmm. And my dad was always into motorcycles and, dragged me to motorcycle races, so I had that, and developed a love for baseball when I was little. And then, you start watching football and basketball and all those things, soccer. I just loved it all. So
I don't know if anybody has spent more time really and truly knee deep and chin deep in Caldwell County sports than you have over the years. What's it meant to you?
Oh, wow, that's a tough one. So many ball games. It's like the streak thing in football. I don't think I ever anticipated starting that streak. It just kind of happened. But then after you look around and realize how long it is, you don't want that thing to end. Mm-hmm. And I've always kind of said, I think God will decide when that streak ends for me, and that's how it's going to go. But man, I love all those games. Hanging out in the dugout with the baseball and softball players, and on the sideline with the football players, and going to the volleyball games, and being on the sideline with soccer players. To me, that's where it's at. I mean, that's you get to see all the ball game from those places.
Is that what kept you in Caldwell all these years?
Yeah, where else would I go?
It's a blue and gold, huh? It just has a way of holding on to you, doesn't it?
It's fun. Like I said, you get a chance to kind of get the inside scoop sometimes on the teams, and you get to hang out with the players and coaches. And thankfully, all the coaches have always been great about, giving me information and keeping me in the loop. And you're almost a part of the team. They just kind of take you in. And it was like I was talking to Pat Gates earlier and Dennis Tomic. I remember the first time I went to a football game with my little recorder to interview them after a game for the radio station back in the day. And they didn't know me from Adam, but they were like, "Yeah, come on, we'll do that. Whatever you need to do." And it's just been that way ever since.
Well, I don't think I'd ever ask him what it meant to him, so there you go. We've learned all kinds of stuff about Todd Griffin today, so I've enjoyed that.
But covering sports is like the best job ever. It's almost like not even working sometimes.
Right. That's awesome. When you can work and go to a football game at the same time, now that's what heaven feels like right there. Hey, we appreciate you being with us today, this morning, all the way through tonight. Dennis, we sure appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you in about a week.
I can't wait. Bob and I have been looking forward to this all summer, just hoping that it would happen and actually praying that it would happen, that we'd get to do some games. So we are looking forward. I'm assuming all the times are still the same. We'll start out with a Sports Edge roundup at 5:30ish or after the news, and go into the coaches show, then our pregame show, football, a kickoff at 7 o'clock. So, man, we are looking forward to it. We'll be on the air tomorrow with Todd on the Sideline Report, talk about the totals here, and maybe a little bit about the, I think your Sports Edge has a preview also
coming
on
up Friday night. Yeah, from 6 to 8. You can hear it right here on WPKY as well. And just thanks to everyone who helped us on Tiger Day here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, Princeton, Kentucky. Anybody else have any final comments before we head out? Heather Riley.
I thought maybe when she jumped in the door, I thought maybe she did.
I just want to make sure that I remind everybody to go to Black Patch Grill. It's still a little bit of time left to go grab some dinner at Black Patch Grill. 10% off all sales are going to go to Tiger Day. So I just want to make sure I reminded everybody of that.
I still have some sliders left from lunch.
We'll get something different, and then you'll have leftovers for tomorrow.
Okay, I got to admit, I went down there the other day and I got the biggest steak you've ever seen in your life, and that thing like melted in the mouth. I mean, just
of course, yes, it's
for Pete's
amazing.
sake.
Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous. So not only do you go get a great meal, and it's anything from sliders to steak to any kind of Irish cuisine or anything, and it's 10% off. So there you go. Well, 10% goes to the Tigers anyway.
10% off, yeah.
That's right. Not 10% off. 10% to the Tigers.
To the Tigers, yes.
So you can feel good about it.
That's right. That's right, yeah.
Well, Miss Heather, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We want to thank Bill Booth. Bill Booth has been with us all day long helping us out. And John Miller has been here all day and helping us out. Miss Beth for doing all she does. That's why we call her Mama in a lot of ways, because she really does take care of the not only our county and our kids and our radio station. And Bob, we want to thank Bob. Bob was here too, and Dennis and all the coaches. Todd, take us out.
Don't forget Sideline Report in the morning about 8:15. The preview show for football right here Friday night at 6. Again, thanks to everybody who came by and was a part of Tiger Day. That's going to wrap us up. Thanks again, everybody. This is Todd Griffin. You've been listening to our Tiger Day coverage right here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
More than history, it's a legacy. Tiger Day on WPKY. 1580, 103.3 WPKY. Princeton.
Good luck this year, Tigers. Have a great start back to school from Farmers Bank and Trust. We believe in each and every one of you. And if you believe in yourself, you will succeed. And a huge thank you to all of our great teachers on all the hard work you do each and every day. Let's have a great start to the year from Farmers Bank and Trust.
August is deal time here at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Hi, this is Pam Haverlock. 20% off mattresses and bedroom furniture. 15% off the rest of the store. All include special orders. Between now and September 11th, one of our lenders is offering 24 months financing, interest-free, with a $1,300 minimum based on approved credit. What a great time to come see us at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Located in Princeton, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should be.
This is Heb. We are your local U-Haul dealer.
At Pennerile Home Medical, they specialize in custom manual and power wheelchairs and other rehabilitation equipment. If you or a family member have a disability such as CP, ALS, paraplegia, or quadriplegia, or have had a stroke, they have the certified staff to provide all your equipment needs. The only rehab company in Western Kentucky. For over 35 years, they've been here for you. If quality counts, choose Pennerile Home Medical, 1-800-445-8002.
2020 has been a challenging year. Wouldn't you agree? At Treasures Remember Florist, Greenhouse, and Gifts, they have continued doing business because people still have birthdays and anniversaries. And let's face it, who couldn't use a little sunshine in their day with the delivery of some fresh flowers? They are now open if you need or want to come in. You can feel safe there or just call. Let Treasures Remembered Florist and Gifts make someone's day especially special. Treasures Remembered Florist in Princeton.
Because during this extremely difficult time in healthcare, many are afraid to go to the hospital or the doctor's office. Some folks may miss the opportunity to have Pennyroyal Hospice help them through the most difficult of times. As a family member, you can refer your loved ones for the additional care needed at end of life without a hospital or doctor's visit. Pennyroyal Hospice. It's about living to the fullest.
People love to enjoy themselves. It's all fun and games. Excuse me. Yes, shaken, not stirred. As I said, it's all fun and games till the ceiling is ruined by a nasty water leak or drafty window. It raises the power bill through the roof. So get the roof before it gets you. The name? Bond. James Bond.
James Bond Roofing, Windows, Siding, and more. 270-963-0840.
Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
News, I'm Rich Dennison. The former Viceman Congressional Budget Office today reporting the federal budget deficit is expected to top $3 trillion.
The CBO cites more than $2 trillion in pandemic and economic recovery spending and a slowed down economy as the result of business closures from COVID-19. Congress has been stuck on additional pandemic spending. Republicans have raised concerns about the growing deficit in a dispute with Democrats over the size and scope of a fifth relief bill.
Fox's Jared Halpern in Washington. The Trump administration wants governors to set up coronavirus vaccine distribution facilities before Election Day.
The federal government is partnering with the McKesson Corporation to dole out hundreds of millions of vaccine doses through state and local health departments, medical facilities, and doctors' offices. The Trump administration says it wants distribution sites fully operational by November 1st.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. America is listening to Fox.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Taco John's.
Local businesses have supported us in every regard. Now it's our turn to support them. Here's a way you can help.
There's never been a more important time than now to support local. When we say support local,